If you're still tuning, of course, it's Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and it's your radio experience you can count on. And that's a fact right here. We will be having a very interesting topic. Today, the calls have been pretty low. I don't know what's going on with my dear listeners out there, but I hope there's more engagement in the show today because we'd like to hear. We tried our best to get a boyfriend in the studio, and it was, God, it was so impossible. We couldn't get a boyfriend right here in the studio, and we're counting on our men out there, right there listening. Please come standing for us. Now, this topic today is from a story which I read, and it's about this lady who she went in and stayed in with a man. She lived in with a man, and you know they had a very beautiful relationship. And then a few months after, abuse started to be part of it, and it's not just beating. You know, the person doesn't respect you. You know, when you guys are talking and the person says you are crazy, you're stupid, you guys are playing, you know that. But the person started becoming verbally abusive to her and all of that. Now, that story surfaced online. And a lot of people were of the opinion that, you know what, you have disrespected yourself by living in the same space with the man that you're not married to. You understand that? And a lot of people had different things to say about it. You know, Nigerians, there's some that will drag the good. They shall be dragging
everything together.
Yes. And then some people say, I don't see anything bad with living in my the same house with my boyfriend. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and then we'll go our separate ways. And that's what we're asking today. What do you all think about live-in relationships? You're not married, you're just boyfriend, girlfriend, and you're staying together. You're living together, literally. It's not that I go for weekends and come now. We're living together, you know, generally. What do you think about it? Let's hear you.
Well, this topic is a very dicey one. Just like you said, a lot of people have different opinions and perspectives to it. But for me, I think the cons outweighs the pros, right? That the consequences outweighs the better part of it. Yeah. Because just like they said earlier on, I don't think there's any need for you to stay in your man's house before you get married. Okay. You can get to know yourselves. You don't have to live together in the same space. You are not married. Okay. A lot of things can actually happen at that point in time, which is not supposed to happen.
Relax.
And then, which is not supposed to happen. And then, after a while, both of you can decide to part ways. I know of a lady who aborted like 6 to 7 pregnancies.
Oh wow!
For this guy, and at the end of the day, they ended up not getting married. Okay. They had to part their ways. And also, some will tell you, some people will also tell you that it's also good they did that and they got married, right?
Okay, of course.
Yeah, but I think it's better for your own self-worth and your self-value. There's no point. There's no need for you to live in someone's house before you get married. Yeah. For how long? Is it for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years? If you feel that you don't have the money, you don't need to make noise. If you are comfortable enough to live with this person, then get married. Do it on the low key.
On the low key.
Do the necessary things. Go to the parents. Do the introduction, engagement, and boom, you guys are living together. You're married. There's no point wasting your time, your resources, your mental stability. Again, I don't think there's any need for that.
So you don't recommend, right?
I don't really recommend. It's because most times it ends up in tears, heartbreak, and a lot of things.
All right.
So for me,
Happiness. Let's hear you. Do you think it has to do with dropping your value or whatever it is? What do you really think about living relationships?
Oh, yeah. Living relationship, like you cohabiting with a man you're not married to. First of all, I'm not against it. Okay. Because why I'm not against it, I'm not for it. Okay. Why I say I'm not against it, some people do these things not because they really want to do it. Yeah. Some maybe they don't have money to get an accommodation. They would just want to live with this person for a while, you know, before getting there. Yeah, some people do that. Yeah. Then for those that just do it, I don't know why you go ahead to live with a man.
Do it just because they want to live together.
Yes. Even in school, we saw this thing happen in school.
Yeah. It happens a lot in school. Yeah, it happens a lot in school. But outside school, I don't know. People just maybe they feel is like a something they do to really study this person, to know the person they are getting married to. But you get
they end up,
most times
the thing is
they don't even stay. Even if they end up getting married, they don't really last.
They don't last. Yeah.
Yes. And people that live out there.
See finish.
See finish. When we were talking about that story, that was what I wanted to say. That see finish. Because that's the only reason why the guy will start abusing her, and
he has seen everything,
because you are in my house, I'm not even married to you, you're freely doing everything for me, stuff like that. It's not a good idea. It's not really a good idea.
Preferably just stay on your
because
own.
even God, even the Bible condemns it. God is not happy that a woman or a man is committing fornication, because there's no way you guys will live together
and nothing happens.
But it's possible. One will sleep in the bedroom, one will sleep.
Oh, really? For how long? For how long?
Anyways,
no, for how long?
The moment I discussed this topic with my friend, and she said this is a recipe for disaster. I feel like anybody that is living in the same apartment with their boyfriend is a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
Personally, I like space, and you're even in the same space with your siblings. Do you know nobody annoys you in this world like your siblings, but you still love them? I still can't explain it. But they annoy you so much. Sometimes you just want to be alone, let alone a total stranger. That you're not yet married to. If you talk about weekends, spending a week there or two, that's probably fine. If you are justifying it, saying, I want to study this person. This works. But completely just moving in, you guys are living together, and then I don't know if I would recommend it. Not because I don't recommend it. Let me not say I don't know if I would recommend it.
And do you know that sometimes it prolongs the marriage thing?
Because the man is already comfortable.
Yes. There's not what is making me commit. I feel like when we're in the same place, there's nothing that can make you want to commit again. Because what's new? The element of surprise is completely taking out.
What she even talked about someone that had to commit a lot of abortion for this man, and the man still didn't end up married
because he felt that when we finally get married, nothing is going to happen again. So let me just try to be safe and find someone that is okay for me.
Okay for you, and then it's somebody else that is going to get married to that
person.
Lady eventually.
All right, people. You of course know it's Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and it's your radio experience you can count on. We are here and we're having the conversation around, do you recommend live-in relationships? Do you recommend live-in relationships? Let us hear what your take is on this. 090-7353-0044 or 090-8766-8888. You can be a part of the conversation on WhatsApp on 090-9705-4450. Some people will be of the opinion that it doesn't change anything. Whether we stay together before marriage or not, it doesn't change anything. How I feel about you is still the same way I feel about you. But some people will genuinely discourage anyone from doing that same thing. We've seen these things happen many times, and in school I can say that 80% of the people who live together, they don't even talk anymore. They don't even see each other anymore. So you're there, you're living together, they eat together, cook together, bathe together, do literally everything together. Couple of the year in school, everybody knows you, And then when you hear, this person is getting married, they finally got married, they say, no. Which kind? They didn't get married. They married.
But I know of a girl that they eventually got married.
Good for her.
Together. The girl was able to change this guy, the guy was, this kind of guy. Then she pulled him close to God and everything. When I saw that they were married, I was like, wow.
Happy. Anyways, that's one out of the 1%.
That's one of the very many.
Yes. But let's hear you guys. Keep this conversation going. It's a girlfriend show.
It's a girlfriend show.
Yeah? Let's hear you. What's your take on this? Do you recommend or you will dissuade someone? Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, welcome. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. This is Daniel from Maje.
Hi, Daniel. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
All right, Daniel. Let's hear you. Would you recommend a live-in relationship?
Well, people, a guy and a lady stay together before marriage.
Yes.
And then in the marriage, there's no problem. It depends on how mature they are.
Okay.
Yes, it depends. Because most times, most people misbehave because of familiarity.
Yes.
And it gets to their head.
Yeah.
Even before they marry themselves, they are apart. So that's the
Hi, are you still there?
So I didn't really get what he was saying.
Yes,
So at the end of
I
the
don't
day-
think he will recommend. He says over familiarity.
Okay,
over
so it's
familiarity.
better not to do that.
Yes, a lot of people say over familiarity causes contempt. It's a normal saying. Everybody says that. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
Boyfriend.
This is Ernest.
Ernest, are you going to be our boyfriend?
Yeah, just a kind of a borrowed boyfriend. I wouldn't like to be a borrowed boyfriend.
We can work with that.
manage.
We can work with that. How are you doing today, Ernest?
No, I wouldn't like to be a borrowed boyfriend.
Okay. But
I
you-
wouldn't. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Did you say you threw our love back? We said be our boyfriend. You said no. Okay. No.
It's a borrowed one now. It will not last.
Oh, you want to be a permanent boyfriend?
Oh, okay.
I think that is much better. It saves cost.
Better. Okay, we'll think about it.
No, I will
We'll
discuss.
think about
Okay.
it. All right. In the meantime, let's move on. Do you recommend a live-in relationship?
Yeah.
It depends on the goal that you people said, on the planning from the starting point.
Okay.
The agreement is that I want to marry you.
Okay.
And maybe the lady did not have where to stay, or I wouldn't say the man, and they have agreed. The both family may be even aware
Okay.
to make it a kind of formal. So I think the man, the lady can stay. It can work. So, but morally or religiously, they don't recommend that.
Okay.
But traditionally, it works because in the olden days, and if you look at the kind of economic situation we are now, so there's nothing bad if the maturity and the understanding is there. But that is not the reason of the abuse because of the story you narrated.
Yeah.
It's not because the lady is staying with the man that is making the man to be abusive. Somebody that is abusive, whether you are staying together or apart, will still be abusive, even in terms of even texting you. So that is it. So I recommend that, but it must. You people were saying that when two people are staying together, something will happen. It's not in all cases now, but it's a very delicate something to put yam and goat together, Sha.
Of course.
Have a great time. Let me wait for my sweetheart.
All right. Thank you.
That is Benny.
All right. No problem.
Have a great time.
All right.
Have a great time.
Yeah, have a great time too.
Okay.
Okay, people, let's hear you. Would you recommend a live-in relationship? He is saying, it might work, but morally it is not right. But
I guess what he's trying to say is that some people, maybe if they've done introduction, like he said, he mentioned the
Traditions.
parents. Yeah, the parents might be aware that both of them are going to get married, but that is a specific time. Maybe in the next 3 months, in the next 2 months, they're
Yes.
getting married. So even though it's not really good, but we can let it slide.
it's
right?
understandable,
Yeah.
right? But let's see who we have here. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're welcome. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
Okay, Peter, my name. I'm calling from Kurudu.
Hi, Peter. How are you doing today?
I'm great, I'm good.
All right, Peter. Let's hear you.
Alright. Well, actually, I was listening to the program, so
Okay.
I heard what you were saying.
Okay.
I personally did it, and it worked for me. You understand?
Okay.
But I'm not saying that every other person should, do that. It's individual differences. You understand? So I met my wife when I was traveling to US. So
Okay.
we started dating.
Okay.
Then when I returned back, I think after 4 years of my studying abroad, so I returned back
Okay.
and we started living together because when I came in, I have some financial issues and all of that.
Okay.
So we started living together. We stayed like 3 years. Then after the 3 years, we got married. We are happily married. She's doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. But I'm not saying that every other person should do that. You understand? Because, most of us guys can I say, like 30% of guys out of 100% don't really have good conscience when a woman is living with them in the house. You understand? Someone they have not married properly. You understand? So I don't really advise one to, to do something like that. You understand?
All right.
So that's my take.
Thank you so much, Peter, for letting us in on that.
All right, yeah.
All right.
You guys have a great afternoon.
Yeah, have a great day too. Right, that is the honesty for me.
Yeah. Honest.
So let's hear you. 090-7353-0044 or 090-87668888. Would you recommend a live-in relationship? Say you have a kid now, and she goes, I am old enough, I am above 18.
What?
And now I want to move
18,
in with
come
my
on.
boyfriend.
What?
It happens.
Of
It
course,
happens.
why are you shouting?
18. What is their plan?
It happens. It happens all the time.
Oh my
It does
God.
happen all the time.
That's not
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, this is me too from Abuja, calling from Pastor Village.
All right, it's good to have you.
Yeah, I still say the same thing about our relationship. I tried to send you a message. I didn't see your number to call you. Let us talk one-on-one.
Okay.
Or I send my senior brother number to you, then you confirm from me about me.
Wait, I
What
don't
do you
understand.
need?
Understand what she's saying.
Wait,
Yeah,
I don't understand what you're saying.
I talk about our relationship.
Me and you?
Yeah.
Me
I
and
mean,
you?
yeah, I send it to my father for you to ask questions about me. I hope
wait,
you find your Daniel.
I need to be sure you know what you're saying. You know you are live on radio.
I'm waiting for your number. Send your number to me. Let me call you. They will not talk. I beg. Please now, I'm begging you.
I don't know.
Let Nigeria talk about this. I beg Nigeria for me. Let them talk about this.
About
I'm
what?
funny. Let them help me.
They should help you. They should help you, baby.
Yeah, let them help me.
Wait.
Let Nigeria talk about this. From now, everything will be okay. Nothing will happen in Nigeria again.
Okay.
Let them support.
Alright.
Let them support.
Alright.
Let them support you.
When the story is too much, things will be spoiling. Understand? Let them amend some matter before everything. I just try to make everything be okay for us. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Wow, Martha.
I don't think I understand what just happened right now.
Wow.
It's not about me, oh.
about my
This
child.
person doesn't know what.
Are you sure
This
he knows
person
the
doesn't
number
know.
he died?
I'm not sure he knows. This will be the second time he's calling like
Are you
this.
serious?
Hi, good afternoon.
Oh.
Good afternoon.
Yes, welcome. Your name, please, and where you're calling. That's me. Is that Ogbonna Jackson?
Yeah,
All right. Welcome, sir. It's good to have you here.
Based on the topic of today, there is one adage I want to give before I continue.
Okay.
And that adage goes in Igbo language, but I will not use Igbo language. See, when a tradition or a culture goes wrong, it becomes a normal thing in our society.
Yeah.
There is nothing like can you live? Nothing. You know the best of it, whether morally, religiously, or anyway. But nowadays, it has become a do or die affair. Once you are above 18, 20, or 30, you can have your money, depending where you are living. You do things the way. A lot of things have happened, and most of us don't learn.
Yeah.
You understand? Like I should bring it as a topic now. You have finished school, you are matured, you are living on your own, you can take care of your bills. So anything you do, like sometimes when I used to see it, when I look at it, I say, Kai, this is not the way we, the children of our fathers or our mothers, started. They didn't. So most of them did not live, even though at the age of a man of 25 to then 30, hardly you see him living alone. Yes, hardly. It wasn't because they don't have the money, but there was moral. There was moral. There was, respect. And but nowadays, things have changed. Like I want to talk, like when you say this is modern or jet age or something of that nature. So people now, it is obvious and it's numerous. So I don't see anything reasonable in it. But people are doing it because they are well to do. No family siblings encourage it. No parents encourage it. But you know, out of the society we are now, anything maybe you feel like it's okay for you, maybe you can do it if you succeed, fine. Then the other aspect of it is not encouraging, but a lot of people have done it and succeeded. So it looks like it's working. Like as you are now, after training in school for 20 years, 22 years, your father will have that you are living with a man. How will he feel? Or you are living with a guy ready to marry. What do you mean by ready to marry? If it is in a religious way, the Bible will read say a time will come that a man should leave his family and flow to the wife, not to the girlfriend. But biblically we are not using it. We are not doing it because we are up to, we can. The society, something like that. Assuming I carry a girl, I'm a 30, a girl is 22 or 18. Nobody will ask me questions because I take my rent. I do but you will see some people say, this thing you are doing is not it. You will see those people will become your enemy. So sometimes, instead of you not to get insulted or whatever, you keep there and those things keep on going. At the time when you become old, you see your own child doing the same thing that you started when you were at the same age. So things are boring. It's not encouraging, but this is where we see ourselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ogbonna Jackson. Thank you right there. The thing is, under the comments for this same thing, if you see the way people were lashing, someone came out and said, how can you living with somebody that you're not married? It's not the right thing to do. A lot of people were under that comment cursing out on the girl, like, why would you say such a thing? You that did not live with the boy, are you married now? You that they still break your heart. If you like, whether you stay in or you don't stay out, it will still break your heart. But I just believe like matters like this, people have different opinions, people have different convictions. Like he said, it's from your upbringing, it's from where you're coming from, what is obtainable where you're coming from. That is what you will see as a norm. Do you get that? But if
the thing is, just like you said, it is wrong.
Okay.
Because people are doing it doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
So the question is, morally, it is wrong. For the fact that some people do it and it becomes successful doesn't mean that it is right. So that's why we have this confusion here and
back
there.
and forth.
Because people will come out and tell you, yes, we've done it and
it worked for us.
But the question is it right? That's the question. And that is, it's not. It's not right. That's just it. Yeah.
Because the more you stay in there, like she said, someone did the same thing, and just even still going through the same story. I think it was a different story. Somebody else, his homie, more like his G, was going to get married to another girl. And his friend went and found out that girl moves in with people, like, if she's dating, she moves in, she stays there. When she breaks up, she moves in, she stays there. And the guy says, that girl can never marry his guy, because I know you. This is who you are. And this is the thing we talk about. For some people, it does not catch up with them in any way. Some people will say they get lucky. They marry people, and the past is the past for them. But there are some people that their past always will revisit them. And cannot. It will haunt them and haunt them and haunt them. Right. But how many people? If I tell you I'm staying in the same place with a man, how many people will believe you that nothing ever happened between the people?
What do you want to say?
What do you know? You will explain.
No
evidence.
I always say something that don't put yourself in a compromising situation.
Yes, you explain. No evidence. So nobody believes you. That is exactly what happens. But some people, it's a norm now. It's a norm. You see people. I even saw some people, they gave each other promise ring, which means we're not engaged, we're living together, but we have promised each other that we're going to get married. The things change every day. Trends come up, newer trends come up and all of that. And if you look at this critically, you see that these things play a very vital role in the breakdown of the collapse of the family structure.
Which leads to the collapse of the society.
Yes, these things happen. We abandon the things that we were thought as right things before, and now we're not doing something differently because the world has set that standard for us.
And so we believe that's the right thing.
That's the right thing to do. Let's hear you. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Franca from Gabon.
Hi, Franca. How are you doing today?
Sorry, thank you. I just want to go to that, like, see that I'm making you smile.
Oh, thank you so much. You were making her smile. Thank you so much. Thank you so
I
much.
think from the second to the last caller,
Okay.
I've been smiling since then.
Okay, can you tell us what's making you smile?
What's making you smile?
I just called to say hi. I've been a while since I listened to your girlfriend.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Franca. It's good to know that we have you listening.
So thank you.
Bye. Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye. All right, people. Thank you so much for that right there. But let's hear. Somebody was emphasizing on the fact that it may not be right, but it is okay. I feel like that's a double standard kind of
Okay,
statement.
so let's try to dissect it. It
It may not be right, but it is
So
okay.
we are saying that what is not right is good. Right, that's what we're saying. It may not be right.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
We're saying something bad might still be good.
Aha.
That's just
I
it.
think maybe he's speaking from the angle of finance, the financial aspect,
Yeah,
That's
but
why I said
yeah.
it's okay.
It's
Like, it's
okay.
not right, but
But it's not something that is
you
terrible.
understand that it's terrible.
Like,
So
you
what
know.
is the line? The line between wrong and right? Before you know it, a little to the left, a little to the right.
Well, Ernest, you might have to answer that for us right there, because
That's right.
he sent that. But keep your calls coming in. Let us hear what you think about live-in relationships, move-in relationships. 090-7353-0044. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I think I have chance to call again, but Bona Jackson.
Obona Jackson, quickly so that we can take other calls.
Yeah.
Okay. See the reasons when say when things are okay, you do not see anything. I have seen somebody who does that, and the person that they are living together after 1 week, they